Hello and welcome to the 23rd blog. Down here on a Friday, just about afternoon. We've just passed 12 o'clock, I think. No, we haven't actually. We haven't. It's 11:45, so we are still a Friday morning. Wonderful stuff. Didn't think we'd get a vlog done this week, but seems we have. Lyra and I came down the other day, and then me and Gina are down here today for a couple of hours. She won't let me video her because she says she hasn't done her makeup, so she's been a bit weird like that. But there we go. Today we are only going to be here for a little time. It was Gina's birthday yesterday, and we will perhaps go and have a little bit of a shindig later. So I will show you, lucky people, what I want to do today in the absence of baby prison. What I want to do, what I want to get sorted, and I want to have a look at the trees up at the top, which I know goes out of my sort of plan for just dealing with one area of the plot at once, but it's just going bonkers. So I want to see if at the very least I can sort of cut it back and see if I can cut some of the trees back as well a little bit, and see what we can do, because it's just chaos up there at the moment, which is not good. Gina is going to weed out the onion bed from last year, so that'll be good, something done there. And that's it. We're just going to have a fairly short visit. It'll be a fairly short vlog this week, which I say all the time, it somehow ends up being a lot longer than we thought. So great sunny morning. Like, subscribe, go and follow us on the Twitter and the Instagram. It's at Second City Cottage. Bing, like there, I dare say, will be happening around about now. So good, nice one. Let's go and see what we can get done. So here is where baby prison stood. Now it's a huge space, and if you take into consideration the space that I sort of blocked off at the end of last year, in all honesty, it's probably about a quarter of the plot. I don't want to rush in to making a decision here because it's prime real estate, isn't it? I've got 4 of these posts left that we took off baby prism, so we could definitely have another sort of no dig bed in here, or just another bed, but no dig I'm thinking. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to clear the entire area, have a look what we have in the way of tree stumps and that sort of thing in here, and see what the best way we can go about it, because the tree stumps are proving to be a bit of a pain in the jacksy. Okay, and up here is what I'm talking about going crazy. This is the path, so it's mine to the left and somebody else's to the right. On the left, no matter how much I sort of cut this back, it just keeps going crazy. So I need to cut it back as much as possible. See, here's a stump, which it was a willow tree before, if you remember, we took them out, which was a massive pain in the backside. So I want to see if we can get it down and then scraped out really, and get some suppressant down and some wood chip. I think it's going to be the best idea for this area. Not enough room to grow anything, the trees are going crazy, but the trees are just a mess really. Never really been a fan of these trees other than my damson tree, so that's obviously not going to be today, but maybe some tidying of it today, I think. Really, there's Gina doing the bed there. So I'm going to start thinking about this area and see what we can do. Right, I am going to get to it. This is the bed that Gina is going to be weeding out. Before and after. It ends at the back there, and then it's just chaos behind it. It's just always chaos around these trees. It's an absolute pain. So this is how we have it now, and I'm hoping that it's going to be nice and clear by the end of it. It'll be nice and clear by the end of it? Yeah. It'll be nice and clear by the end of it. We've been here about an hour. This is the sort of area we were looking at where baby prison was. I thought we've got that wood, so I'll make another one of these little no dig beds that we put the onions in. So I've made another one of those. I haven't got the compost for it at the moment. It is a little bit higgledy-piggledy and steptoe and son-esque. That's sort of what I want to go for. So I'm thinking, we've got this bed and we've got that bed sort of running diagonally. What I might do here is, this might be where the leeks live, not too sure yet. My plan is, I think, so you got the garlic bed here. Yeah, so if I come back here, once the garlic is done, I can make another bed so it's next to it, have a little walkway between them. And then in the space behind, I'm thinking do one big bed there. I'm thinking I might dig some of that back and the next time I'm up here to put the potatoes in this time. Apparently that's very good for breaking up the ground because they grow and then we dig them up, etc. So that's what I think I'll do. I think I'll leave, so once the garlic's out here, make the bed. Once the shallots are out on this one, can make this bed. Gina is still weeding away here. So yeah, make this bed look nice, make that bed look nice. That one, it doesn't actually look as bad as what I first thought. It is a bit, as I say, higgledy-piggledy. Then one great big bed across the back for potatoes and other bits and bobs, maybe even the leeks there, so we could do half potatoes then half the leeks when they're ready to go in. That then has got a lot more going for it. And then baby prison sort of in the back here. I'm not 100% sure yet. There's a lot of space all of a sudden. So I think, unless you guys have any suggestions, realistically the best idea at the moment would be to cover that area. And if we decide to put something in it, we do. But if we don't, the problem is the grass grows like crazy. Being an absolute genius that I am, I bought the strimmer without the battery charged, so I got about 3 minutes worth of the grass cut. So yeah, look at these weeds here, the roots for these weeds. That, ladies and gentlemen, that you can sort of see around there, is a gardener's sort of nemesis. They will lie there, the second the sun hits them and they start growing, they will grow like bonkers. So yes, we are starting to look a little like an allotment, amazingly. Right, that is it for this sort of visit. I think it was just for a little bit. So we are off to Mother's tomorrow, where I think we'll probably do a little bit of vlogging there. Right, see you in a bit. As is often the case, it wasn't the last video. There's the bed that I just made. Now, did you see the before and after photo? This is now the bed that Gina was weeding out. How much better is that, eh? You get some compost in there and some manure, turn it all in. And I think, oh, I don't even know what we'll put in here. This could maybe be a beetroot bed or the leek bed. Yeah, something like that, I think. How blooming good that we've got loads more going on. Right, well, that is definitely it. Great job by Gina. Well done, Gina. She's over there by the car. Right. Also, I started cutting back these trees a bit. Look, you can see through the plot now, which isn't necessarily always a good thing. So this was an apple tree. Well, it is an apple tree. It was just going crazy. Again, I couldn't do anything with it last year because it was just too late. It desperately needed cutting back. And we've done that. I've been told to keep like 3 nodules on each, if that's the right terminology. I've done that, and I've taken the height off it by about 4 foot actually. It's gonna, I don't think it will grow this year. To be honest, I don't know if it will anyway. It didn't give us a great amount of fruit last year. That might have been because it needed cutting back, and now maybe we won't have any growth on it this year as it sort of recuperates from the shock. This one here, this was effectively a lot bigger, but when you got down to the base of it, there was actually 2 trees and one of them was just dead. So sadly that's gone. And just look at the angle that this one goes up. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm not particularly fond of these trees. They do act as a windbreak though. So, but I do love the damson tree. Now, I'm informed that we shouldn't cut that back until the summer, maybe after we've taken the fruits off it. I have given it a tiny little bit of a trim, but I love this tree. I just love it. So I'm not going to touch that other than clean up around it. So the next time I come, I'm going to try and tidy up all beneath these trees, all of these weeds, dig out the brambles, put some weed suppressant material down, and then put some wood chips on it, so we'll make it look a lot prettier. Right, that is it for today. I'm now going to go and have a beer, for it was Gina's birthday yesterday. She's not looking at us, she's all the way down the other end of the plot. So we're going to go and have a quick beer. Here we are on a Saturday afternoon in the Valley of Evesham. We've come over to my mum's house. She won't let me film her, so Gina wouldn't let me the other day, I suppose. But here we are. It's about a 40-minute drive from where we live, and this is their garden that you can see behind me. Isn't it just a little bit bonkers? Apparently it's very good here for growing fruits and apple trees, etc. Here they've had an old orchard that ran through their garden, and that is now being sort of dug up, and they're replanting a new one because the trees were all a little bit old and not doing what they should be. So I'm just going to take you on a little bit of a tour here of the mother and her partner's home. Here we are. We've got, for a start, a great big archway. There's Lyra. Oh, I think she's seen that the video's on. She's coming to see the video. I'm here. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
She has to be on the blogs these days. The vlogs, should I say. Got some lovely flowers in pots. They are self-confessed gardeners. This sort of archway here, and a hedgerow that they planted about this time, maybe last year, the year before. There was nothing here before. Bit of garden here, which really is just sort of the clothes drying area. But if we come through, here's Gina behind the olive tree. Some hyacinths down here, claret and blue hyacinths, by the way. Very strange, as Paul, my mum's partner, is a West Bromwich Albion fan. Got Aston Villa coloured flowers here. I'll be sure to inform him of that. So we are in what was once a quarry. And here's the house. It's my sister over there in the middle of the screen at the moment. She's hiding. Here you can see the sort of lawn area. That's Lyra. And over there is my nephew Jacob. Great big sort of open area. We can chase the sun all day here. Great big greenhouse frame that I've put together today. I'm supposed to be coming here to chill out. Put that together. And up here, when they first bought the house, this was kind of all overrun with ivy. Potting shed. This is sort of an allotmenteer's dream, really. Some absolutely beautiful tulips. Into the potting shed, and all of this here was hidden by ivy, and they've just cut it back and cut it back and cut it back, and found there's like an entire terrace area here. Some rhubarb growing in the corner, and insect homes by the potting bench, and here are some of the old apple trees that were once in this sort of part of the garden was orchard. There was a lot more trees here, and they've dug them up because they were sort of just too old, not really doing anything, and now they're planning to do some more. A lot of wood down here. That was in my garden at the cottage when we cut down a tree. So it is, they want me to inform you that it is a work in progress. And I think it's absolutely wonderful. Lots and lots of trees, lots and lots of space. And there's the house. It doesn't really have a front garden and a back garden. It's just kind of plonked in the middle. So much space. All down here where we are now, when they moved in, I believe had raised beds and stuff all around the trees. See all the daffodils along the bush there. And we've got some new trees in here. Some brand new trees. What have we got here? This is a plum tree, according to its label there. Coming into life for the year, along the daffodils. Here we go. I'm not sure why we've got an area covered here. I think this is where one of the trees was. So I think they're seeding it for the grass. Another one of the old trees here. It's just beautiful, this one is. A great big one. Very old school sort of shed garage kind of thing going on there. Another new tree here. And then a very old school compost heap, which is a brick built compost bin. Not at all jealous, you know, not at all jealous. Another new tree at the back there. And that's it. We've done a sort of complete lap. Some bees and stuff here. Ooh, caught on the bush. I was hoping when we got around here we might be able to come and see a bee doing its business. So, there we go. A tour of the house. Had an insect flying here. Look at this hover fly. Whoa, and he's gone. Lyra, say bye bye everybody.
Bye bye, everybody.
And she's off. Right, welcome to Sunday. As you can see, yesterday we were at Mum's. On the way there and the way back, we went to some gardening centres, some garden centres, and got a few little bits and bobs. Gina got herself a couple of raspberries for the garden here, and because it was Mother's Day, we got her a cherry tree as well. A Regina cherry tree, because her name's Gina. Do you get it? Are you quite all right there? We also got from Poundland some irises, I thought, for my pollinating friends. Then was told that apparently they're not particularly great for pollinators on Twitter. They'll still go in. But then I've been toying with the idea of having a corner of the allotment which is just sort of really dark colours, blacks and blues and purples. I want to have like a goth corner, yeah? Okay, goth corner. So I bought some black magic kale, which is on its way, and I got some of these really deep purple beans as well, and they can go up a runner. And then the first purchases plant-wise for our pollinator chums, I've got a chocolate Cosmo, which apparently is a perennial, unlike a lot of other Cosmos. And I also got this Black Touch.
Wow! Wow!
It's a Black Touch, and it's
wow! 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 Wow!
I keep calling them dahlias because I'm thinking of the black dahlia. So I keep calling them the dahlias. I keep calling them dahlias because of the black dahlia, but they're called dahlias, and I've got to get that in my head straight because I keep calling the wrong thing. You're very excited down there, aren't you? So I want to get some some Goth Corner going on, which I'm really excited about. Really dark, grim thing. Might just have a little speaker playing 9 Inch Nails the entire time, something like that. But then today I was bought this, which I'm very excited about. I got a bonsai tree. Well, there you go, a bonsai tree. I had one when I was a teenager. I didn't look after it very well.
Wow, wow.
I now want to be able to look after this, and hopefully that will outlast me. You know what I'm saying? So, I've shown you the clips from yesterday at Mum's. I'm just going to show you a quick clip of the tomatoes that we've got going on the station in the bathroom. A little look at the tomatoes here. They're doing pretty well, looking a little bit leggy, but I think tomorrow these guys will be potted on as they've got their first true leaves coming through. We've got Romas here. We've got some indigo apples in here, and we have got some indigo rose, so little ones, which are purple. Did have some artisan purple bumblebee, but they didn't really work, which is sad. And here we have got the onions. These are the silver skins. What I will tell you is I don't think I'll be doing these again next year. It's just a bit of a pain in the backside to be doing them when you can buy sets. I think I'll be doing pickling shallots next year instead. This is just a little bit too much for me, but we'll see. If they grow really well, that may well change. Right. So that's the onions. We have liberated from my mother and Paul's house some slabs that are sort of look like stepping stones. They're a little bit thinner than normal sort of paving slabs. I've got a few of those, and we're going to get a few more. That will then hopefully provide the pathway down the very middle of the plot itself. So we've got some of that, and we can start that tomorrow while we go down. And I'm going to continue cutting back those trees and cleaning under that area. So all of the brambles, all of the weeds will be gone from there, and I want to put more weed suppressant material. You'll have to excuse the noise because I've got a daughter singing under the table in front of me. So yeah, that's it for this week. You know the spiel. Go and like and subscribe to this if you've been enjoying it, and do... Get back to your Wendy house. That's why you have to put up with kids and animals. Don't work with them. So yes, do go like and subscribe, and follow us on our socials, which is at Second City Cottage on Twitter and Instagram. So until next time, goodbye. Lyra, say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye.
There you go. See you next time.